Alright, so what I'm working on today is trying to cut out a piece that will cover this GFCI outlet, because before I turn everything on, I don't want like these wires to be, you know, they're not exposed technically. I guess they kind of are, but I can't really reach my finger in there. So maybe it's fine just to try it and turn it on, because if there is an issue, then maybe I can, maybe this wire is too small or something like that, then I could always just, you know, remove this and turn off the power and everything and, you know, fix it, put a new wire in or something like that. But I think it'll be nicer if I have something covering there, so that like when I do test it and plug something in, it'll just be fine. But yeah. Alright, so I have cut out the piece for my GFCI outlet. It'll fit around about here or so. Yeah, that looks fine. Or it looks, you know, not completely bad. It looks better. The reason I cut out a little part here is because, or like right here, is because if I lift these up, I don't have much room to work. Oh, I guess I could have made more room. Oh, well, I guess I could have made more room by pushing these sideways. But, yeah. It's not completely, I didn't put this completely even. Because this outlet is just attached to this this piece of wood. One by something. It works mostly. I mean, it's mainly just to protect the outlet. I mean, I don't have these on any other walls, so I just think it should be fine here. Now God damn it! I keep dropping my GoPro. This is a stupid thing. This is your weekly reminder to not try this at home and to triple click that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that my bus doesn't catch on fire, as it does. Alright, that's in weekly. Nice and sturdy. Maybe I put like a top here to finish it off and then paint it and do all that stuff with it. But it should be fine for now. Next piece I want to do is finally, you know, make sure this wire that goes to my breaker box, I want to make sure that it is, I guess, attached to the wall so it doesn't, you know, I guess maybe not vibrate too much, but I don't want it to vibrate too much. I guess if I make it too tight, I want it to, I guess, be attached so it's not, you know, just going everywhere. Because the more I think about it, I'm not even sure if I can fit my fridge here, or in this space right here. So I might need to put my fridge here, and maybe my diesel heater as well. Maybe even an air conditioner if I can find a portable one, because those are like cheap to find. And I guess relatively cheap in terms of the electric. And maybe I fit a small toilet here. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. So I guess I need to find stuff to attach the wire with right now at Home Depot. Alright, it is raining in raining land, or raining parking lot land today. So I got these cable staples to attach all of the wires to the walls, or at least mostly attach them. I don't want to make them like too tight, because it'll say warning, blah blah blah. If you attach it too hard, then it'll blow up your house. It doesn't actually say that, but yeah, there's a bunch of warnings on here. Oh, driving too firmly may damage insulation when used with non-metallic sheath cable. And I'm not using metallic sheath cable, because I probably should do that, honestly, but I'm not. Wow, I look really beardy. I really need to shave, but once I finish my bus, I will shave. I promised myself this ever since it got really big. I don't know if my beard's ever been this long, but I really should shave it. But maybe it provides some insulation. But anyways, I'm going to staple all the wires to the walls. The wires from my 2 outlets here, and then maybe after that I can actually, I promise, after that I will try. Oh no, wait, I need to hook up my fridge first as well to the 12 volt, or at least get the wire hooked up. I don't really need to hook up the fridge or bring it in here quite yet. Actually, I probably should bring it in here just to see where it fits. So maybe I will bring it in here and then I will wire it. And yeah, I guess I'm pretty much stuck in my bus. I really wanted to check to see if it'll leak here, because there looks like it's a big storm coming. So yeah, this will be good. Wow, so everything I just said there was a lie. Well, maybe not everything, but so this whole area I'm putting in right here, I'm gonna put my desk here. Believe it or not, because I needed the desk to make videos. I realized, because my couch was just not very deskly,
enough, even though I put a little metal table kind of thing right on top of my couch, kind of like it folds over. It's pretty useful, but it's not comfortable sitting on a couch all day. I mean, it's comfortable laying down sometimes, but yeah, it's pretty thin foam I put on the couch. So I guess we'll see that later, though.
I am not a fighter. I never claimed to be a fighter. I am not an electrician. I never claimed to be an electrician. So you might be thinking, yeah, what am I going to do with all these wires? And that's a good question. So what I usually do when I have such a big mess of wires, I usually just scoop them all up and throw them away. Alright, so I was running into an issue where at Home Depot they didn't have, like, I guess big terminals for, I guess, to crimp onto my wires. Because what I want to do is I'm going to go from my battery to my inverter, and then this wire right here, I mean this terminal right here, I'm going to go from this terminal to my Blue Sea Systems fuse block. And I only have like one fuse in there right now, but in the future I could have more, potentially. I would need to get more fuses, I guess. I only have a 15 amp one right there now, which should be fine for my fridge. I think 15 amps will be fine for my fridge. I haven't done the math on it, but I think, well, maybe I did a long time ago, and I think it's fine. But I did find ring terminals to fit, or amp ring terminals is what I found at Home Depot. They're pretty big. I think it's for 4 gauge, which I don't have any of that wire. So my solution to that would be, and this is not the right math, is to double up the wires. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this 10 gauge in half and then try to fit it in these big old terminals, and then maybe try to crimp it. Even though my crimp tool is only 12 to 10, like that's the max it goes for the gauge. So I'm not sure how I'm going to crimp it. Maybe I get a hammer or something. I've only crimped a wire twice, and that was they were both today. So getting the challenge of crimping a wire that's too big for this. I know there's crimping tools, but they weren't at Home Depot. So yeah, I'm just going to try to crimp it with both wires in there.
Holy crap, look at my rat nest I made back then. And, did you hear what I was just saying? I was using 2 10 gauge wires and a 4 gauge wire crimping thing. It sounds so dangerous. Honestly, this could just light my bus on fire at any moment now. But that's why I like to live this way. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I guess it's worked. Until I blew my fuse with my induction stove. It was like 1500 watts. I guess my 100 amp fuse or inline fuse wasn't enough, but I got a 200 amp and that fixed it. So oh well. All right, I figured out how to crimp these big old 2 wires together, and how I did it is I got a normal crimping tool, and there is a ignition terminals like one on the crimping tool. My other crimping tool doesn't have it. Wait, this is not a crimping tool. This is a wire stripper. Sorry. But yeah, it looks like it will fit like bigger wires to crimp, like as opposed to like the smaller ones up there. And it kind of did. The only issue I have with it is that it is literally right next to the wire cutter. So I cut this when I was trying to do these, and not these are the most secure, but you know, I guess it'll work. It's kind of wiggly. Yeah, I'm not very good at crimping, but I guess I could use some more practice. I'm not even sure if this will work, but it looks like it has contact. It's a little bit too small. See, it's not like filling out the container well enough, but we'll see if it works when I plug it in. Hopefully there's no issues or no fires, but yeah, I cut this crimping tool, so I don't know why they gave me 3. It's very strange that they gave me 3. I mean, I guess maybe 1 for ground, 1 for positive, 1 for negative, but I don't understand. Anyways, I will, I guess, plug all this into my inverter or the beginning of my inverter and then my DC fuse block. And then maybe I'll wire some more DC blocks since I got some 12 gauge, because maybe I want to have more like 12 gauge outlets.
I was just thinking about it. I have 2 additional 12 gauge like fitters I can fit in. So maybe I will make some more 12 gauge. And it'll probably, or make some more 12 volts. So we'll do that too.
You might be asking yourself, why would I need more 12 volt? Well, currently right now, the only thing I'm really using for 12 volt is my fan, my max air fan, my lights. They're like 3 amps or 3 watts each, and there's like 4 of them. But they don't provide much light, honestly. But that's okay. Maybe I'll find a better light solution later on. And then, of course, my fridge, which I thankfully got working with 12 volt. I was using 120 volt before, so I guess it's probably a little bit more efficient now. I guess when it's cloudy is the only thing I really have to worry about with efficiency. And it's been really cloudy recently, and I don't know how my batteries are holding up. I mean, they're like lead batteries, so they're like low tier. They're gonna die and explode anytime. Maybe not explode, but like there's not much life left in them, which is kind of sad. I mean, I guess everyone dies eventually.
Alright, so I ran into a potential issue. It's not a big one, but I can't fit these caps, these end caps on both of them, because I tried it with this one and it's too big. So what I'll probably do is just like wrap it with electrical tape at the end so nothing touches it. So I mean, it's not as dangerous as like the 120 volt at the other side of this inverter, but still it could be potentially shocking. So yeah, I want to at least wrap this up to be a little bit safer. Okay.
I'm surprised I didn't make a shocking pun there. I could have said, "Wow, this is really shocking," and then I could have just shocked myself for the views. I mean, I'm just joking. Don't shock yourself. I guess, or taser yourself. I'm not sure why people are so obsessed with tasering themselves. I guess a lot of YouTubers like to use tasers because they're dangerous and they're kind of scary, honestly. I think it's like a police kind of thing. Like, you have to tase yourself before you can tase someone else. I'm not sure if this is police everywhere. Let me know if someone else knows that. But that's an interesting idea. I mean, I don't know if I would want to tase myself. I mean, I guess I would do it for a certain amount of money or a certain amount of something. I wouldn't do it for. I mean, I guess I'm kind of curious. Well, how does it feel? But anyways, right now, so see that fuse right there? I think that was the one I had to switch out from 100 amp. I think it was 100 amp to 200 amp, because 100 amp times 12 is 1200 watts. I think. I am not a mathematician. I'm just a physicist who doesn't. I'm not a physicist. I don't even know. But look what I'm doing here. I'm hammering all these wires. It doesn't even look that good. This is a mess. I really want to redo my floors later too. I just want to make a new bus. We're gonna call it Bus Old Bessie 3.0. That's the name of my bus, by the way. I don't know if I've said that before. Old Bessie. Old Bussy. Alright, I should probably stop talking.
Alright, I thought I would show you how to connect the Renogy battery monitor. Since their video was kind of it went really fast. Their instructions were really confusing, like their paper instructions. So I thought maybe I would show you how I did it, since I did it before and it did work. But anyways, there's this little shunt here, and it has a B minus and a P minus on it. There, you might be able to see it. But anyways, I connected the B minus to, also another part that was confusing was that I had to connect these, I guess, when, oh crap, I already messed up. I'm supposed to put this on here, but I can do that now, I guess. But the part that was confusing me is because their instructions, I guess, were with only one battery, but it's pretty much the same, except you have a wire connecting the batteries together. But anyways, the B minus will go to the black part, the negative of the battery, and then the P minus will have your load. So in my case, I have my inverter, and then my MPP charge controller, which isn't plugged in, but I will plug that in over there where my charge controller is. And then the rest is pretty straightforward. The red one, I believe, just goes to the positive. Yeah, the red, the little small one there. But it would be the other positive, because you don't want it all coming from the same battery, if that makes sense. All right, it is finally time to reconnect the batteries. I feel like it's been at least a month since I took these apart. I don't actually remember when. It's definitely been at least a month though. I'm pretty sure. But now I finally get to reconnect them with a lot more wires, but same amount of wires connecting to the batteries, I think. Unless I did something wrong and there's gonna be a huge fire. So hopefully no huge fire today, right? I got my fire extinguisher ready though. So if there is a fire, it won't be that bad, hopefully.
Alright, this could be moments before disaster. Putting in these battery terminals. It's always scary putting in the last one to see like a gigantic shock. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video. But yeah, that big shock could, I mean, it could, if, you know, if there's like explosives nearby or alcohol, I guess that could start a fire. Because it's not really like, I think my finger was on it. It doesn't you don't really feel anything because like your fingers have insulation. At least from that kind of voltage. It's just 12-volt batteries, so it's not like yeah, it won't hurt you. At least I don't think it will. But it is kind of scary sometimes to see a big shock like that.
It works! It works! I'm so happy! It works! I wasn't so happy like the first time it worked, but there we go. It works. It's charging right now. I plugged in everything here. The only thing that isn't on is the inverter, because that is the scary part. The 12-volt is not a big deal for me. I want to switch well, I can tell it's charging right now. We're getting 46 watts with my 600 watts of solar up there. It's very cloudy, so that's kind of understandable, but well, I'm just happy it works. I mean, if only like one of the solar panel arrays is working, I could kind of technically see that, but okay, I want to turn the switch for my 120 volt now, and I have wired it up, so it's just a simple click right here. Okay, it's on. Any fires? No fires? Okay, that's always good. I just noticed now I didn't actually put the ground on my inverter. I think it's recommended to do that, but I didn't. It's not an issue right now, but it could be an issue if things aren't grounded properly. And ideally, I think I like wire it to like this big piece of metal here, because that's pretty much the only metal like close to it. So I don't know how to test this right now because I don't have 120 volts plug on me, I don't think. Yeah, I'll need to go back and get one. So I'm gonna turn this off and I'll be back. I'm just happy everything isn't on fire. I'll turn it off. Actually, I did realize I did have something to plug into my outlet, because I have a fancy outlet where I can plug in a USB. And I have a USB to charge my phone in my car. Or I guess this isn't a car, it's a bus. It's an RV now, actually. Title as an RV. So I'm gonna flip the switch and then I'll plug in my phone. And hopefully everything will work. Oh geez, okay. So, plug in. And if this works, then my breaker box works. I don't think it's working. It's either I didn't wire this outlet right, or yeah, that's a no. Okay, well, yeah, it's either I didn't wire this outlet right, or I didn't wire the breaker box right. Both of which are kind of upsetting, but or the USB doesn't work. So I guess I'll just get back a plug anyways. What would help to get AC to outlets if I actually turned on the circuit breakers. Woo! I didn't turn on the circuit breakers. So at least this one was working now. I didn't try the other one yet. I'll do that now actually. So that's really happy, or it makes me really happy. Of course it's not a big load, but no, this one doesn't seem to work actually. Wait, hold up. Let me try again. Test. Let me try the test button. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to work. Reset maybe? I swear I turned on the circuit breaker. But let me try the other outlet again just to make sure like everything is working. I kind of want to see the USB as well, because if I get 1 out of 2, that's like good enough for me. Yeah, there we go. It's charging. Super fast charging. Yeah. So I have no idea what could be. This is a GFCI, so maybe there's something up with GFCI that I don't understand. Because there is a test and reset button. So I'll fill this and hopefully I'll figure it out. It's also possible that the breaker isn't seated properly in the breaker box. So I might have to go into there again. I'll have to unplug everything. But 50 out of 100. It's almost passing, right? I guess there could be DC that could be broken as well. So yeah, actually it does work. Or at least the outlet I said it didn't work. But I can tell it's working now because there's a little green light. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is a green light there, and my phone is charging also. But yeah, so I guess this GFCI thing is what made it different. I had to press the reset button, and maybe the test button before. But yeah, the reset button, I guess, reset everything, and it seems to be working. Everything fine. So all that's really left is to test my DC, which some loose wiring, I have to admit, very loose wiring, as I'm looking at it, and then just test to see that all 6 of my solar panels are actually hooked up to this. Because if they're not, then I'll have to climb onto the roof. But that's, I guess, not directly related to what I've been working on for like the last week. Getting everything ready with outlets and stuff. So I think I will finally put, now that my outlets are working, I can put outlet boxes on them. So I got 2 outlet boxes. Maybe I'll get some more outlets later on. I can always add on more. But I got 2 outlets. They're just white. This one looks cooler because there's no screws on it. And then this one, I don't really know. I'll probably put this one here because it looks cleaner. And this one can go down in the dirt hole. Oh, I don't even know if these will fit. Actually, this one will probably fit here, maybe. Maybe not, actually. I don't know, because that one's an interesting spot where I might need to cut some more off, but of the wood. But that's probably fine. We'll see. But yeah, this is a job well done for my electric. I'm so happy today.